Hello. Welcome back. Yeah, that's my song. One of my favorite songs, one of my favorite local songs by my favorite Botswana artist, Hansi Analicha. I love them so much. I've seen them perform a couple of times and I've always enjoyed the energy. It's just unfortunate that some of the places or the shows that perform I tend to feel like I'm too old to attend. Mihela, I really enjoy their performances. I enjoy their consistencies. That girl, she knows how to use Setswana in her songs. It just resonates so much, you know. And I don't think a lot of people really listen to what she's saying, because a lot of her music has messages that are very relevant to today's society. Anyway, it's Friday. Time for our little chit chats. On my mind today, yeah, listening to this music as I was driving. This morning a friend sent a flyer of a show, yeah, old school with Bossy JB. And it's almost in my hood and old age. The first thing that came to my mind was, what time are they going to start? Because by 12 midnight, I'm always ready to go home. And knowing these old artists, but they were about to come and play about 2 a.m. and ain't no way I'm staying up until 2 a.m. to listen or watch anybody perform. Lila and Michael Jackson thought I don't think I would be able to. So as I grow older, I realized that big energy gone. Even just the stress, the crowd, and then the queuing for the bathrooms, for the drinks, for the to be young, I took it for granted. But we grow older, we learn. Another thing I read this morning, I read a story about how this lady, a wife, always used to buy stuff for her family, her mother and her mother-in-law. Then the third year she didn't buy for her mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law phoned the husband to say, how come you guys didn't buy for us? Mind you, she doesn't call the wife, she calls the husband. And then the husband asks the wife, and then the wife says, in this entire time when I, as my husband, what have you done for my family? And then the husband says, yeah, well, whatever, but I never asked you to buy for my mother. And it sort of triggered something in me. There's that word again, trigger-ish. And then somebody commented, let me read the comment to you, because yeah, in Katile comment that thing. Yes, he's absolutely right. She did it on her own, and now she stopped on her own. But I didn't ask you to line is the ultimate weapon of the ungrateful. He enjoyed the credit for his mother being taken care of for 3 years, but he could have used a better approach to address the issue. What resonated with me was the ultimate weapon of the ungrateful. You know, some people people will do stuff for other people without unprovoked, just out of love, out of care, and obviously out of a certain expectation for gratitude. And then those people will turn around when you need them, or when there's a situation, they will turn around and tell you, I never asked you. And I've always said, okay, true, I guess it's justified. You did it of your own accord, of your own choice. But this comment, it captured something that's always been in my mind. This is so ungrateful, you know. Yes, you didn't ask me, but I did it for you anyway. And I did it out of love, out of concern, out of care, you know. And you turn around and you say, I didn't ask you. Ultimate weapon of the ungrateful. Whitey, this person put it for me so clearly that the bell just rang in me. You know, in life, the way you are socialized, the way you are brought up, the way you develop based on your circumstances can lead you to do certain things. Then you think that is what is expected of you. The obligation, people pleasing and all of that. And you really go out of your way. I've seen people by they would give their last 100 pula to somebody who's asking, and at the same time they know that they need that 100 pula for something else, but because they were brought up, you know, you must give and give and give, they feel that obligation. And as much as the person asking can turn around and say, but I didn't ask you to give me your last 100 pula, I asked you for 100 pula. I think those kind of people who give like that, they deserve a little gratitude, yeah, a little thankinyana, you know, and a little what's the word? Not concern. The word escapes me right now. Compassion, you know, have some compassion on other people. You can tell, you can pick this trait on people, the people pleasing trait, the always giving trait. Eventually, you can tell. And as a person, Rena, you need to introspect a little bit and say, okay, maybe let me not ask her or let me not ask him, because I know they will put themselves to great lengths to make sure they help me, even when they can't. And when you see or when you realize, this person always comes through for me, pause and say thank you. It doesn't even kill you, hey? Thank you. How are you today? And people think reciprocal giving means you also have to give. You must give me 100. No. Even just a simple hello, how are you doing today, I hope you have a great day. That's giving. A smile. I always say this video, yeah, these random clips where this guy goes around with a note saying something like, I hope you heal from whatever it is that you don't talk about. You're beautiful, something like that. And then they give it to random strangers. Have you seen the reaction of those strangers? Men literally cry after receiving that. And that's the kind of compassion that we really need today. That's the kind of compassion we need to give to other people. A simple smile, a simple hello. Mabani, I was working with my daughter, and this lady was looking at me. She looked a little familiar, but I know I didn't know her. And I just smiled and said, hello, hi, how are you? And you know, the way her face broke out with a smile, like, oh, hi, I'm fine, thank you. And then we passed on. And then my daughter asked me, do you know her? And I said, I don't think I do. Then why are you greeting her, ma'am? I didn't even know how to answer her, but basically I greeted her because her face looked at me with some expectation. You know, I don't know, maybe she recognized me from somewhere, but that hello didn't cost me anything. It put a smile on her face, it put a smile on my face, and we went along, you know. So just that moment, we connected briefly, like at that moment. And that's the kind of compassion that I'm trying to encourage. Or are having compassion. A simple smile, a simple hello might just change somebody's mind from something drastic that they're just about to do. But anyway, so on more happier, with a more happier ending, listen to Hansi and Chamagel reads at Zauleng. Oh, and as I'm on my road to bot 60 or whatever it is, they'll tag it. I'm gonna be trying to rock Botswana colors every Friday. Yay! So yeah, that's it, guys, for today. Hit me up. Let's chit chat. Bye.